no, it sucks no matter like how many times you watch it. It even if you watch the director's cut, it still sucks. Ugh. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Rider Time Archive. You're on the Morphin Network. Our beloved birdhouse Bondo. He's an ex-parrot. He's gone to meet his maker. He's singing in the choir invisible. Bereft of life, kicked the bucket, 6 feet under 86. Episode 46 through 48. Yeah.
It's a wonderful way to start off your Sunday with possibly the most dramatic way to end a series. We have been with these characters for 48 episodes. We have had the highs, the lows. We have had many various flavors of ice pops. We have counted the medals. We have lost the medals. And who says you need to have multiple seasons for you to actually connect with characters when they pass or when they go, that it doesn't affect you? That when people say there has to be a long relationship for it to affect, I call bull when it comes down to these shows. Because within a span of like average 48 to 54 episodes, we have seen precious birds die. We have seen best girls fade away. We have seen our main characters suffer and go through so much crap that whenever I speak to fans about, any of these shows, they always say like, "Oh my God, I was so teary-eyed at the end," or like towards this episode with what happened with Sento, or what happened with with Eiji or Kota or whomever. This series in general is why I say that for Kamen Rider, I give it to people to watch Olds, because it's a good starter. Because not only will you enjoy it, but you'll also feel it. You'll feel the relationships. And I know we've been ragging and joking about a quote-unquote homosexual relationship between Eiji and Ankh. But even though we joke about it, it still feels like it's still there. Because how Ankh went out, how Ankh just like gave himself up, it's like even one of my friends who doesn't watch any, she's just a big weep, she's a Koribu, doesn't watch any of this. She actually had tears streaming down her face. She was so upset. It's like, wait, but I'm like, but they were well, no, not really lovers, hon. But I totally get where you're getting at. They were friends. Like, yeah, they were. He cared about them. I know. He was a dick, though. I know. Mm-hmm. I know. But he loved them. He cared about them. Be as it is, it's kind of like, what is it that the greed want? What is it that they want? Obviously, we know Gamul wants Mezul. Mezul wants everyone to simp over her. Uva just wants power. So does Kazari. But Ankh, we never fully understood. Even in the past, we never understood Ankh. Why did you betray your brothers? Why did you go against the orders that you did that were given to you? Why did you do this? Why did you? And if you really, really pay attention, if you really look at it, Ankh just wanted to be, he wanted someone to care for him.
Mm-hmm.
Because again, the relationship he had with the king and what he did, it's like it wasn't real, but you felt it. That's why you went that far. But then when AG showed up along with Hina and everyone else, despite the situation of what you were doing with Shingo, it was like, again, asking Hina permission to stay, asking AG to come save him. It's like, what, you could do it, Ankh. You're strong enough. No, he wanted people to rely on. Despite him being an asshole. And we see it here. And that's one hell of a way to start your Sunday morning. Is like seeing your best bird giving everything he has for one final go. Oh, God. They don't make... I had to put a little bit extra strong stuff in my coffee for this one.
Oh, yeah.
But behind the scenes, since this is the last episodes of the review, there were tears when they filmed Ryu's final scenes and how he was. He actually had like literally bawling like a baby with Shu and Ryoho. You know, just like, oh my God. You could tell that they had a lot of fun with this show. It was they even said that it was a show that if you're new to at any time, you could come in and watch the show. It'll hold your attention. And it does. It does.
Yep.
10 years later, people are still talking about O's. They even 5 years ago.
Almost 15 years later, people are still talking about O's.
About like 7 or 8 years ago, they actually confirmed, because there was a from Toei, they actually confirmed that Oz is the strongest Kamen Rider. Who saw that coming? I didn't. I'm like, well, you're telling me out of every single rider that has ever existed, Oz is the strongest. Like, Oz could just nerf everybody. You're like, yeah. Well, the company said so. You can't argue that. Although it is crazy how so many people argue the final form, though.
Yeah.
I mean,
unfortunately for me, I have to concede if Toei says that Oz is the strongest, because you can't pick and choose,
If they say, they say, and what can we do? It's like, again, guys, Tajidor is not the final form.
Yeah.
I don't know.
In fact, me and a certain Toei employee had this very discussion yesterday. And we're both on the same page. Puto Tira is the final form. Like, it was established in Wizard. It was established in GO.
Again, I've been to Japan. I have been to the Toei Studios, to the Kamen Rider Diner. I've seen murals of the final forms. I have seen it with my own eyes. And even watching this show, I knew that Puta Terra is the final combo, not Tajidor. So I'm guessing just because Tajidor looks cool, well, my Puta Terra looks cool. Anyway. Before we get into the review, I want to say to everyone, thank you so much for all the views and all of their support. We have gotten some very surprising numbers on our last few videos, so thank you.
Yeah.
And also to the people who contacted me yesterday via online. Yes, it is true. It is true that Tojima Wants to Be a Kamen Rider has actually been simuldubbed. There is an English dub now.
Ooh.
And the voice of Tojima is voiced by Patrick Seitz, a man who has been in the industry for years. Started off, I believe, as Luke Valentine in Hellsing, or one of the Valentine brothers. He's done a lot of those big, rough guys in anime. He is Frankie on One Piece. He's the English voice of Frankie, and we actually got confirmation of Yuriko, voiced by another OG. Well, not too much, but she is one of the best. It's Colleen Clinkenbeard, voice of Monkey D. Luffy in the English dub. So
Monkey D. Luffy is wearing a very racy ladybug outfit. Okay.
Yeah. So I'm like, well, I mean, for Tojima, I'm like, no, that's proper. That's proper. I don't know who else they could have. I don't know. There may have been one other guess that I would have said for Tojima. But for Yuriko, I was like, no, that Colleen definitely fits. It definitely fits. I wasn't expecting to hear like a super young sounding voice from her, but I'm like, all right. So if you want to watch it dubbed, you want to watch it subbed, by all means, now we have the option to do so. Who knew? I didn't think we would, because we didn't. Crunchyroll got Futo Pie, and they never dubbed that. I don't know. Yeah. They got Gridman and Dyna Zenon, but they dubbed those. I don't know why we couldn't dub Futo Pie. All right, man. They don't make coffee strong enough. They really don't. And if they did, it'd be like molasses. We're here to discuss 46. The Age Agreed, the Double Births, and Ank's Desire. So,
yep. Where we left off, the birth drivers destroyed, damaged to be more accurate, and we have to deal with Gamel pining over Mezzel, who just died, to the point that he became complete.
It's always the special boy that get like, yeah. I tend to notice that Sentai Toko does that sometimes. That like, Zoo Ranger, Die Ranger, I believe, All Ranger, even several others later on, Abba Ranger. There seems to be a childlike character. Even in Kamen Rider, we do have the king in Fies, God knows why, but it's just like a child-esque entity that is like, wait, why are they here? What's going on? And then they become like the somewhat final boss for some reason. It's almost at the level of like how fans got mad at Kubo Sensei for making Yami Espada number 0. It's like, why? So you're telling me that this character who we gave no nevermind to, who was just kind of a joke, that's like the final boss.
Honestly, what bothers me is not the fact that Yami is number 0, but the fact that he's number 10. It's like if he was already 0, why is he pretending to be 10?
Well, yeah. Also, said, well, who said that they went up to 10? Because 0 doesn't exist. 0 is just 0. It's nothing. It's a placeholder. It's like putting a dot to separate, or a comma to separate the numbers. It's just there. And this is the same thing here. Gommel, like, I would have been like, okay, Kazuri, we knew he was gonna die because of his conniving ways. Mezzle's just stupid. As a character, while I do love the Shouta combo, Mezzle was just stupid throughout
she's
the
like,
entire
give
series.
me yourself, Gommel, and she turned into like a super greed.
Yeah, and the thing is that she became like so obsessed. It's like your plans were so. It's like trying to hold something with wet tissue paper. That's how Mezzle's plans were. And then even having Gommel around, it's like, no, that doesn't help either, because Gommel's just a simple country lawyer. That's it. He's just a simple country boy. That's like having Forrest Gump on your team. Mama always said that life was like a box of chocolates. Because now Maki's got him. And you know that ain't gonna end well. Personally, I don't care, but I'm like, well, let's see what's happening to Gommel. I don't care, but let's see. Hopefully, they're just gonna steroid him up. They're gonna put a lot of they went the missing no glitch of Pokemon and just giving him a bunch of like to boost up his stats and his level, which don't mean jack. But he is kicking ass on Goto.
Yeah, Gommel has the magic touch where everything he touches turns to cell metals. And, given how desperate everyone was throughout the entire series to get more cell metals, it's like you'd think that they would prioritize just completing Gommel first, just so that he would just turn a bunch of stuff into cell metals and then just like having all you can eat self-fade.
That would have been an excellent plan, but again, look who they sent. It's Gommel. You think he's got that mindset? Any other greed would have been like, yes, but him. Again,
I'm just saying, if everyone else knew, they would try to help Gommel get more medals.
Well, again, Mezzle's gone, Kazuri's gone. Uva ain't gonna help Gommel for shit. He ain't gonna do it. In fact, I would have imagined if Uva was there, he would have been taking the core medals himself. He would have done it himself. He would have just kept going and just juiced himself up. But I mean, the fact that both Date and by the way, Date came back. We did not mention that. Because Goto was getting his ass kicked, but Date did come back as the badass that he is. Cue the Stone Cold Steve Austin music.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And apparently he's a fan of the Chicago Bears. So I know this is tough, but bear with me. I know it's football season. Bears.
Go Bears. All right. Yeah, meanwhile, Anku and Eiji are both having an existential crisis because
crisis. I've seen this outside of high school in the parking lot. The boyfriend and the girlfriend just going at it, yelling at all freaking that everyone within the tri-state area could hear them. Sometimes it gets physical. Yeah. I swear, Ankh is ghetto as all hell. You know that this bitch has got those long nails and just whacking Eiji all over the place.
He be ratchet.
He is such a ghetto queen. I swear to God, Ankh. Such a queen.
Yeah. And meanwhile, Eiji is like staring at his own hands.
Yeah, Eiji has been he's been making baby Jesus cry. And that's why they say idle hands must stay away. because he's infected. And I guess that's why Ankh is mad at him. Like, you got me, and that's what you're doing. It's not his fault. He got infected. He doesn't know how. He sat on a toilet seat and his hand turned that way. But yeah, they start throwing down. But of course, as they're beating the hell out of each other, as the crashing waves hit the beach, every hit is a memory of them sharing, barbecues and cookouts, the party, the holidays, and I'm just like, is this a Hallmark movie?
Oh, jeez.
Is this one of those, like, I never understood those, a Lifetime Hallmark movies where it's like, somehow either the woman or the man at the most BS times is remembering the good times. Like, it makes no sense. It's like, wait, why are you thinking about that now? There's no reason for you to think about that.
Nope. And yet they are. They do. They will.
But in this case, it actually makes sense because it's like Ankh obviously is still mad because of what happened with little Ankh and whatnot. I don't blame him. But it's like, what other way were you going to do it, Ankh? Again, if you had a plan, why didn't you just do it? And of course, it's like, he goes off on this whole, I don't need you guys. I don't like, but then AG grabs him and is like, you do need us, Ankh. It's not just you against the world. It's us against the world. And of course, if I had my, but I must do this for the boys. I'm like, oh, he is giving his heart. He is letting it all out. He is finally expressing himself to his man.
But you don't understand. I need this power to reach out and save people. It's like, and who will reach back for you with the hands like these?
Again, we mean no disrespect to the LGBT community. We don't. We love you guys. We support you. But you cannot deny the undertones in this scene and in this whole show between these two. Yeah. I know
you could be my wingman anytime. No, you can be mine. I know
that a lot of people will be like, it's a bromance, bro. Yeah, and did we not like always joke around about bromances? Like, yeah, you could be with your bros, but there's also so many of those videos that again, we in the Spanish community, they say the older you are, the worse it gets. I'm like, yeah, when you're with your close co-workers or friends or whatever, you're not gay, but you act like it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So in this case...
Actually, I have to disagree. You've always been acting gay. You're just not aware of it. Like when you're a teenager with the raging hormones and you're wrestling with your best friends, let's be honest. That's very
I don't know about you, but I never wrestled with none of my friends.
Neither did I. But the point is, it's like, if you think you wrestling with your friends doesn't make you look, like...
Well, there was always that one guy. There was always that one guy that I was like, okay, yeah, no. Although we didn't. Crazy enough, my school had 2 girls on their wrestling team. And they were in my group of friends. So anytime that they had to practice, you can totally imagine how people were like, we want to spar with them, not with. I'm like, you sure about that? You sure about that? I wouldn't. I've already done my sparring with them, and believe you me, they got it. Anyway. Yeah.
I swear. Coach was having a hard time with Gamel. Like, they finally repaired the birth driver, so they do a switch off on Carback. I don't know. Both of our internets going off. The scientists say global warming, but I think it has something to do with the squirrels.
Those damn squirrels.
We'll have to re-destabilize their economy, refocus labor class outrage from upper to middle, foster a coup, and install a compliant regime.
Same as Guatemala?
Yes, but you can double time it.
We need a quorum to pick a new pope in case the Exxon Monsanto thing falls through in Africa.
Why not use chemtrails? Put a canopy on Uganda. They're set to agitate any What?
That kid is watching us.
So, we're squirrels. He's a kid.
He's watching us like he hears what we're saying.
Yeah. But yeah, no, we got the trade-off. It's really cool. So we got regular birth again, but it's just not enough. But Super's just not enough. You need ultra birth, by which I mean Akira Date wearing proto birth. It's like, it's kind of interesting when Date, the guy who needed surgery, is handling the prototype better than the trained assassin is doing with the final version.
Yeah, that really says something about Date.
Yeah.
The man himself, we always said, was a badass. That we
and now we have empirical evidence.
I mean, no joke. I mean, I know this whole year has been the year of Ichigo for us. And again, the references do not stop because regardless of the show is called Kamen Rider Olds and it focuses on Olds, Birth technically is an homage to Ichigo. Because look at their
he left and he came back
for an injury. And he came back. So it's like, okay, and also leaving Narita Airport. I know that, there's 2 airports in Japan, but still. It's crazy how, like, again, it's like, and especially with those 2 episodes that we did with Ichigo, that the way that they killed that, like, one of the, I think was the Ambassador Hell. No, Ambassador Hell, I think.
Yeah.
It was the same way because he was juiced up. Either Ambassador Hell or Shinigami, I don't remember. But one of them was juiced up that like it didn't take one rider; it took them both to finish him off. Yeah. And that was Goto and Date. It's like here's the actual like cyborg, college boy. Judo fighter, whatever, and over here's the photographer. That not Goto and Date, the trained assassin, and the I guess Date being like called the warrior doctor doesn't really. They're not boys.
But Date and Hongo do both wear lab coats, so
yeah, they have the white coats. You take a man like that seriously, thank you. But they wind up Gommel for some reason, I guess, he was damaged or he was hurt or something.
Yeah, there was a brief altercation at the beginning of the episode between Maki and Gommel because Maki's like, why are you obsessing over that Unagi medal? Mezel's not in it. Her medal's dead. What are you talking about? And even Malcolm Fink is like, it's like Gommel's so dumb. He's holding a regular medal.
Yeah, no, it's a very I don't know why I'm on a Forrest Gump type of thing, but it's kind of again like a Forrest type of thing where everything he did was for Gennei. It's like for some reason, while many of us will see like it's like okay. We get it, but again, even the actress herself confirmed that she was not a nice person and not a good person for him. Same thing here. Why are you obsessing over Mezul when to her you were just a pet? You were not anything like remotely that she cared about. Maybe past Mezzle, because as we all know, the Greed were corrupted by the king when they were sealed away. So who they were back when, maybe, like I said in the last review, their main orders were this. They were created for this. But because of the corruption, they wound up becoming these things now. And maybe that's just something that they had when they were originally, like maybe they cared about each other. Maybe they were, because also if you look at the Greeds, they kind of represent like the emotions of people. If you look at Uva, he's usually angry, he's mad. Mezzle is about love and compassion, but also uses that to manipulate Gommel. Gommel is like the innocence, because look, I mean, would you imagine a big brute like that, like, just being childish? No. And then Kazadi was like, well, he was smart, he was intelligent, but I also want to say that he was cautious. He was careful. Like he was a schemer, but technically he was like the, I guess, like your conscience, maybe, like, okay, I'm gonna do this, but it's almost like a reflection of Kyoryuger when you think about it.
Mm-hmm.
Because remember, the bad guys from Kyoryuger were based off of emotions. And the Greeds kind of do that with how they are. But because of the corruption of the king and being sealed away, it's like it's kind of like a part of that still. It's like it's who they are, but they want to be corrupted. Because I want to know how they were back when. We never get a story about how they were back 800 years ago. What were they like? How was Ankh like? Because again, we get like unofficial stories, official, unofficial, but we never get confirmed. Like, has Ankh always been this way? Have they always, like, no? Now, back when, well, we don't know, but I assume it's kind of like looking at like Genghis Khan and being like, yeah, but maybe he was actually a good kid when he was growing up. Maybe he was very respectful. Yeah, I guess. But he's such an asshole. Yeah, I know. Kept breaking down that wall. Damn Mongolian. But, yeah. So Gommel winds up dying because of Maki. And as he reaches, again, that same metal that you were talking about. The same metal. He's just like, Mezzy. Gommel. I'm just like, is he dead?
Yeah.
I think so. Are you sure? I hope so.
Mm-hmm.
He died a simp. I swear this is some red pill bro is probably hanging himself right now. Like, this is what you shouldn't be. Shut up.
Yeah.
And but of course we go to the beach, continuing that battle. AG actually does become the Greed. He actually does he actually does transform. It's most people would debate that Maki is the one that transforms into. No, it's AG. I mean, even though Maki can do it, AG is the one that I'm guessing is like gives more of the power that he is, and it's kind of like, wait, does that mean AG's already gone? Is it? No. Although he does transform into the Tatoba combo, his eyes are no longer green; they're purple. So he is he's corrupt, but not corrupt in the sense that he's still in there. As he fights Ankh, they go fisticuffs, and they go into full greed forms. But that ends the episode because it leaves off like, wait. What do you mean? What? We gotta wait for next week. Yeah, but you guys can join us right now. So we go into episode 47. All right. It is called.
Yeah.
Where is it? Okay, here it is. The Red Crack, Satisfaction, and Aegis Vessel. Episode 47.
Yeah, this is where things really.
This get your tissues ready, people, because the bodies are definitely dropping now. The bodies are definitely dropping. So we throw down. Two greeds are going at it, both the dinosaur and the bird. Isn't it kind of crazy that it's literally
a full Naruto versus situation.
It's the past versus the future because, well, even though the word dinosaur means terrible lizard, most of us know that most dinosaurs are not lizards.
No, they're birds.
It kind of makes them like, yeah, so the dinosaur is fighting the bird. It's the battle of the chicken nugget
versus the chicken strip.
That is, you know what's better, nuggies or strips?
Strips.
It depends where you get them. It really does.
But I mean, like on principle, strips are better than nuggies. To ground up the chicken meat.
Well, so, isn't a burger
while the strip is
steak? That's my argument. I'm like, people are like, no, I don't eat nuggets because it's ground up chicken. I'm like, isn't a burger ground up steak? Either or, that goes good.
It is. People would say steak is better than burger.
I don't know. I debate that.
Don't get me wrong. Every now and then, I prefer a burger over steak sometimes. Like, especially if I want to actually eat with my hands in particular. You know, burger is a lesser degree of food. You know, it is what it is.
Oh yeah, no. Oh, looks like we lost Mike for a minute. Well, we'll continue on the episode right now, folks. Yay! It's the Steve Show. Anyway, so where did I leave off? Yes. We are on episode 47. And yeah, we had the throwdown between AG and Onk, both as greed, both as, you know, again, just throwing down. But we see Maki in the background.
Gross.
You're all right. You're all right. Relax. I was just entertaining our guests.
Yeah. But yeah, them squirrels are at it again.
Yeah. But yeah, AG and Onk are throwing down while Maki and everyone else is just obviously watching from the sideline
in absolute horror.
And it's kind of crazy because, again, you see Maki, who would have thought Maki would have been the final boss? It's kind of the same, but I feel this is more appropriate than it is Gobble being the final greed, even though he technically isn't. It's like Maki of all things. Okay. All right. But again, you do see his conniving, scheming ways because as AG is fighting Onk, he keeps throwing medals at him, trying to make him become. What did we say this greed's name was? What was the name that they implied?
Gil.
Gil.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. It just strikes fear in the hearts of people. Beware of Gil. Yeah. So the two fight. And I'm guessing that Ankh said, I'm guessing that Ankh's words really penetrate AG because AG then transforms back into Putadera. From the G to Putadera. And it's like, technically, yeah, Maki, the metals are indeed powerful. They are strong, but you're the one who's trying to corrupt it. You're the one who's trying to do it. AG isn't like that.
Mhm.
He's not like you. Even so much as that Ankh decides, you know what? Fuck this. Get lost. Throws a fireball at Maki and burns the doll. And we all know how certain collectors are when you damage their collectibles.
No! Shut up, Maki.
I'm like, Maki, you could just go to the store and grab another one. They do make those. They still make them.
Or at least go to like Hobby Lobby or Michael's or Joanne, etc.'s.
You know that, and it's so saddening because seeing that doll burn, I'm like, yeah, you know, I get it's trauma. It's trauma. It literally is that. Because Maki just, again, I don't understand what his thing with his sister is. It's just that trauma, I guess, you know, that how a child sees it versus how an adult sees it. So he can't get rid of it.
Mhm.
But yeah, we wind up again queuing opening scene and then back to Date and Goto. Obviously, like, you know, talking about like what happened and how they gotta, you know, prepare to help AG because it's now down to the wire, people. We're down to the final countdown. We're gonna have an 80s montage. Like, yeah. And obviously Akira is looking at Gojo like a proud father. You're like, that's my boy. That's my little boy. Yeah. Although, why is Malcolm Frink back there? What is he scheming? Because at this point, it's I don't know. Have you not noticed that the rest of your friend or your family have been destroyed? It's only you and the bird, and you all don't have a chance to survive.
And
That's, I don't know. Like to him, he doesn't really care. He's just like, I'm gonna try to take this into accountability. I'm gonna do something about this. I don't know what it is you're gonna try to do, but good luck to you, Ova. For some reason, also in that same scene, we see best girl Erika show up. Yeah, she shows up in a convertible with a gift, and it's like, wait, baby, what are you doing here? I don't think you're ready to throw down unless that car transforms into some giant mechanical robot. But for some reason, yeah, she came to deliver something, but everyone was gone. Like, all right, okay. Now we go to the Coast Kasur. And
where Chiako finally finds out.
Finally, it took us 48 episodes. But I'm like, see, this is what I didn't like about the show, like keeping Chayako in the dark. In every other Kamen Rider series, they always had like everyone, the neighbors, the lady down the street who owns the candy shop. Every single person knew what was going on except Chayako. But Hina finally just lets it all out because it's like, yeah, look, this is what's going on. And it's just like, so we get an entire like quick summary of the show by Chayako via culturally appropriate dolls.
Yeah.
And she's just like, I don't care. I don't care. They're my boys. I have to help. We have to help them.
I watched them grow up over the course of the last year.
I have fed that bird ice pops. I have made AG dress up in crazy costumes. They're my boys. I have to go be there for them. I'm like, oh, Chayako, you are too beautiful for this world. You don't care that this is some abomination of nature or bird boy. You don't care that he's poor and only has enough money to buy underwear every day. You still love them. Why don't we give more love to Chayako in this story? Seriously. So we must go, Hina. We have to find our boys. Okay. Well, yeah, Hina, that your brother's still attached to him. So you gotta go.
Yeah. Meanwhile, we finally get a key card from Erica to the underground basement.
There's another one?
Well,
Really?
we did establish that there's 25 of them.
I know, but I'm like, so the 24th, every floor except for 24 has no security.
Yeah, like I said, maybe there's 5 per floor, and this is the basement 5.
I'm
But
like,
still.
I swear to God, if you pull out an Ava unit at no, wait, the Ava unit's on level 20. That what else could be down there? What else could be down there?
Reminds me of Louis Sakar's Sideways Stories from Wayside School. Just remember that there is no 19th floor, there's no Mrs. R's, moving right along.
Yeah, but it's like, again, to the 24th floor, and it's like, Erika, where are you going? It's like, I must go somewhere, but I will see you soon. Okay.
Yeah.
But I'm like, yeah, I don't want. We don't want you to get involved, Erika. This is the final battle, and I know you can hold your own, but it's best that you stay somewhere else for right now. But yeah, we do also get another confrontation between Maki and Ankh, because Maki, although being the nerdy guy, finally gets a backbone and takes it out on his bullies. Because just like you killed my bird, you shot my doll, and Maki gives Ankh a fatality. He literally slams his fist into Ankh's chest. He doesn't take anything, but he breaks the cell metal, or the core metal, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
The
one bites the dust.
It's the iconic thing of, like Ankh's final cell metal has to be broken.
Yeah.
And he does this not because, again, he literally says, I can kill you. That I'm not denying. But wouldn't it be more better for you to suffer first before die?
Mm-hmm.
And he just leaves them. He just leaves them. He goes, God knows where, but he just leaves them. And of course, Ankh, our precious bird, is now hemorrhaging coins like a broken slot machine in Vegas. Ankh knows. He knows. Okay. He
knows
totally
his
knows.
Time is numbered.
He's fucked. He's fucked. He is just done. Because, well, could he have taken out Gil? No. Could he take AG Gil is a totally different entity than Maki.
Yes.
So it's like I could take on AG, but that's another story. That's another story completely. And now I am fucked because my body is now injured to the point that I can barely stand.
Mhm.
But we do have a moment with him because, yeah, the girls lived up to the word. Hina finds Ankh. And he just confirms with her, listen, I know, all right, but don't worry. I'm hurt, not the body. I'm the one who's bleeding here, not your brother.
Still hurts though.
And Hina just looks at him, and I swear, Reiko, this is why I love you so much, baby. You have such emotion in your face in this show. When you're happy, you're happy. When you're sad, you're sad. She wears her emotions on her sleeve in this with the character of Hina, that you're like, even in this moment, when Ankh confirms that, look, your brother's fine, this and that, she's looking at him, she sees him in, like, again, cell metals all over the place. And she just looks at him and she's just like, no words, no nothing. But she's just looking at Ankh, not her brother, Ankh. And if you play close attention to her eyes are tearing up. Because it's not her brother, it's not Shinjo that she's worried about. It's Ankh. The freaking bird who she literally gave a plate of chicken to in like their first ever episode 3. It was episode 3. Because her brother enjoys eating bird meat. How she always like, you stupid bird. She's here. Her eyes are teary. She knows. It's like, no, I know my brother's fine, but you though, Ankh. And Ankh just gets up and of course just limping, and she's just like, she tries to like, I'm fine. Let's go. I'm like, baby girl is heartbroken. Hina is just dying here.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, I know my brother's safe, but what about you?
Yeah.
Hold on.
Meanwhile, you okay, bro?
Yeah, no, I'm fine. I'm fine.
Okay. Meanwhile, in the basement, we find out, oh, yeah, no, AG's the perfect vessel. So I got 1 million cell metals for him to absorb. And yes, he does that angry, like, he's not King O's, he's completely different. But I still wanted to have 1 million cell metals. I'm like,
I do enjoy the
he's not.
I will say though, I do enjoy
Kogami is not beating the allegations.
I do enjoy the very crazy Spencer's gift portrait that he has in this room that has the evolution of man with the random dinosaur in the background in time and space. It reminds me of those T-shirts that had like Jesus Christ riding a T-Rex through the Milky Way galaxy. If anyone remembers those.
Or Ronald Reagan riding on a velociraptor saying, if I were around, ISIS would be was.
Yeah, but again, Kogami, you eccentric old fool. Why is it that you want this, Kogami? I can understand why Maki wants it, but why do you want it? Why do you want this to happen? That's what I'm trying to figure out. I mean, obviously Kogami says that AG is pure. He can succeed in becoming a god. And I'm like, all right. But why? Also, why are you forcing this, Kogami? What do you gain out of it? AG becomes the god. AG becomes God. We leave off on that scene of the end of Evangelion. What is it that you You eccentric old fool. What is it that you want? Because even Goto and Date look at him like, why? Why? Like, what is it that you're trying to gain here? What is it that you're trying to do? You're trying to create God? You're trying to, like, have you lost your mind? So what are you?
Yes.
What do you like? What do you gain out of it, Kogami? What do you get? That makes, I mean, if you look at it, it's like, okay, you know, it falls under like that whole thing of like, you know, someone claiming, you know, the spear that pierced Christ, or maybe the
Spear of Longinus.
the chalice, or the goblet that Christ drank at his final supper,
the Holy Grail, yes.
or gaining some type of like ancient artifact. And it's like, why? For what? What do you remember? Every time that someone has used these items in whatever media, it always blows up in their face. Like, you want it to happen for what exactly? Why? Why? What do you gain out of it if so and so becomes? If they do become a god, if they do, what makes you think that they're going to listen to you? You can't tell God what to do. Any god.
Yeah.
Well, no matter, does it Nordic, Greek, Roman, Hindi, Egyptian, even of Asian origins. You can't tell the gods what to do. What is a man gonna tell God to do? The only thing you can tell God, and you know, be as in may, is to go sit on it. Because what's gonna happen? Well, I don't know. Go find out. Go find out. But what do you gain out of it, Kogami? I'm guessing that Kogami just kind of, he just wants to see it happen. You know, is there a reason? No. Is there a reason to your madness? No. I just want to see it happen. But I'm guessing maybe to him, he doesn't want to see the world burn. He wants to see the world reborn.
Yeah.
Or burn, either or. That's just Kogami. Kogami is kind of in between Eiji and Maki. You know? He doesn't want to see the world burn, nor does he want to see it get saved. He just wants to see. He wants to experience. He wants to see the Big Bang.
He wants to be the witness.
Okay. So you're going to create God, and then afterwards, what? What? I mean, if Eiji does recreate entire, do you think you're going to be a rich man, Maki? Do you think that Eiji will grant you riches or whatever? I don't think so.
Gods aren't you already unfathomably rich?
Yeah, but again, if Eiji recreates the world, he could recreate the world that, you know, Kogami doesn't have any of this stuff. So what does he gain? Don't know. So I feel Kogami is definitely a gambler.
Yeah.
Kogami is definitely
I'm a gambler.
He is definitely a gambler because these are some high stakes, and it's never been really coherent as to why he's doing it. He knows what goes on. He's known since day one. But it's kind of like, you know, you do it, and it's like, okay, your plan succeeded. Now what? I don't know. I never thought I'd get this far.
I love that line.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. That's how it is. That's how it is. But Eiji was actually going to do it. He was really considering on doing it. But Date and Goto are like, you're stupid, Eiji. You can't do this. It's maddening. We don't know what's going to happen if you do. You could go crazy. You could, I mean, look at how you're reacting to the combo, to Guild over here. Which, and by the way, both Kogami's version and Eiji's version are very different. One, Eiji's version of Gil is white because of the face, and then Maki is pure black with purple. So it literally is a yin yang form of this creed. One is pure evil, while one is technically pure. So, what happens? Well, AG doesn't do it. He kind of goes off and bumps back into Maki, and the two throw down along with Goto and Date.
Yeah.
But of course, Date and Goto are like trying to,
And then turns out Maki had. Then Maki has like the remaining grasshopper medal, and then he throws it to Malcolm Fink, which allows it to become complete.
Yeah, we finally get Uva complete. It took us 48 episodes, but we finally got a completely like 100% Uva. I don't think that Mezel ever got to be completed though. Kazari did. Gommel and Uva have. I don't think Mezel ever.
Mezel was complete in episode 45. Remember when she be turned into water and all that?
Well, yeah, but I guess because her it's kind of like the same thing with Kazari. It's like what's Kazari missing from from being complete? Dreadlocks. That's it.
Dreadlocks.
I guess
turning into water.
Because again, Mezel, even when she didn't have her full combo, the only thing is, she got pants. Like, not even like defining pants. Like, those are the pants you find at the Hot Topic at the discount rack. Like, I know they're trying to make them look like suction cups and whatnot, but it's like they're just regular girl pants from the Hot Topic. It's a very subtle thing. It's a very subtle thing. But regardless,
to be fair, they all look like they came from Hot Topic.
Well, yeah. God, can you imagine Kamen Rider O's merch back in 2011 in the Hot Topic? Back when Hot Topic actually had an edge and wasn't about weebs. So yeah. Uva is giving Date and giving Goto a run for their money. He is juiced. Maki is looking at him from afar. He's not. He's like just waiting for the right time to strike. AG, both Date and Goto tell AG, go and do something. Like try to control yourself. AG kind of ducks down and goes back to Kogami. And he kind of says to Kogami that make me the vessel, make it happen. But if you pay attention at this scene, okay, if you really pay attention, Kogami, when AG shows up, Kogami is not like excited. He's not happy that AG is doing this. He's kind of like in between. It's like, I wanted you to tell me this, AG. I've wanted you to say it, but it's kind of like he doesn't want to do it now. He's kind of in between. I'm like, Kogami, makes sense. Okay. You were saying like a couple of minutes ago that you were down to get down. And now, now you're kind of like, you say you do, but then you don't. So I'm like, all right, well, what's going to happen? Hold on. We still have our Hina Ankh moment. Because, again, if you look at Hina, it pretty much brings the tears because she knows. And Ankh even confirms, look, I don't know what to tell you. I'm dying. Okay? I'm dying. Plain and simple. My core metal is injured. I only have one. That's it. But what does that mean? But Ankh, like, you're gonna be all right, though. It's like, I don't have much time left. I'm dying. Literally the bird's words. I'm dying, Hina. Your brother's fine. Your brother's safe, okay? Don't worry about it. But I'm not. I gotta go. I gotta go do something. And of course, Hina's like, no, you gotta stay. You have to fix yourself. No, we can get you some more cell. No, he just pulled himself away, and Hina is just like just devastated. She's like calling out to him, and he just walks away. I'm like, Hina, you actually do care about the bird.
Mm-hmm.
And again they focus on her face, you just see her eyes are welting with tears. Because it's like, again, we get that long walk. It's like, yeah, that's it. That's it. She is stunned, she's surprised, but you see the long walk of Ankh to his back, and it's like, yeah, that's the sign that Ankh ain't coming back. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
He's pretty much saying goodbye, Hina. Where's he going? We don't know. What is Eiji gonna do?
To the hereafter.
What is Kogami gonna do? We don't know. But we do know.
Next.
We got the next episode. The final episode.
Final episode.
The final episode.
By the way, it's around here. It's around this season when they started doing the director's cuts, where they re-released the final 2 episodes as an hour-long special, and with added scenes.
That was actually very confusing to some people. Because again, some people even ask me. It's like, even back then, it's like, wait. So you're supposed to watch this as an hour-long special? Like, I guess because the episode opens up with like Date and Goto being thrown around. Mm-hmm. But it's like, yeah, you seriously could.
Yeah, it's supplementary, really. It's like remember how in Legendary Battle of Megaforce you had the 2 episodes, and then on Netflix they released the extended cut where it's like both of the episodes combined plus an additional 3 minutes of footage. Where Coron's like, I miss being a ranger, and then for some reason she turns into Astronema for half a second. Like, we need to be reminded that she turned into Astronema.
We have to remind everyone that Melanie Perkins was a villain in a tight leather outfit. Really? I miss it. I do. I do actually love Melanie Perkins, but I'm like, was that really necessary? I mean, again, she says the line, but it's like she is dressed in the Lost Galaxy pink outfit.
Yeah, there's no need
to
remind us
that
she was Astronema. At least in Beast Morphers it was necessary, but no.
Well, yeah, Beast Morphers was pretty much like, again, what Megaforce should have been was referencing every past season, but it's like, no, that's going to go for Beast Morphers. I'm like, well, technically, Go Busters was after Go Kaiger, so I mean, I guess you get a pass maybe, but yeah, this is you could actually watch, and they are, depending on where you go, you can actually find it as separate or one full 1 hour episode of the finale of Bulls, and the finale, and it is called Finale: The Medals of Tomorrow, Underwear, and the Arms Held.
Which is funny because Underwear was also in the first episode.
Yeah, we never got anything other than of the underwear afterwards. Yeah, well, it's small things, but yeah, it is throwing down, man. It's the final countdown. Our boys are literally. They're pushed to their limits. Both berths are just exhausted. Uva is too much. But we see an explosion come from the Kogami corporate building. What happened?
Well, I'll tell you what happened. Because coming out of the building is Eiji. But for some reason, there are giant cracks on the ground whenever he takes a step.
It's, what did you do, Kogami? What did you do?
correction. What did AG do?
AG did it. He did it. 800 years ago, 10 core mills were created of each type. The great god Arceus created the world, and in doing so, left us the gifts.
Mm-hmm. And it just so happens that, Kogami had the last one of the 3 Takatora and Bata medals.
Yeah, see, this is why if you go back to our original review of Kamen Rider O's, the first episode, with the greeds, and I said it's kind of nuts how these guys are, like, how they treat AG and how they are with AG and their thoughts towards O's, especially the Bata form. You know, it's like, do they not know who they're messing with? Go back and you hear me say that they're gonna regret that. They really don't know who they're messing with, and it's true. But unlike Fies, AG has gone Super Saiyan. He has gone Gear 5th. He has gone full tail beast.
Full Tensuga Tensho.
But what is the most feared? What is the most destructive power that he does have? We have seen it since day one.
Mm-hmm.
The combo of Tato Bata.
Yeah, it's Tatoba, and the final medal count at the start of this episode is 1 Taka medal, 1 Tora medal, 1 Bata medal, 3 Terra medals, 2 Tricera medals, 2 2 Tyranno medals, for a total of 10 core medals and 1 million cell medals. And he's just wailing it on Uva. He's just giving him. He's got the sword. He's got the axe. He's just.
He's going full on Viking berserker on Uva. Uva, you're juiced. We know that. But and you have your core medals back. Good for you. But AG, it's kind of like that whole thing back then when you would take a Pokemon and give them the infinite rare candy glitch. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, but the problem with that is it doesn't matter.
Yeah,
because your EVs and IVs are still screwed.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. The AG has 1 million cell medals in him. He is beyond juiced. He is beyond. And it doesn't take long for Uba to get his ass kicked. But wait, just like that BS in Diamond and Pearl, or was it X and Y, where you think you KO'd, one-hit KO'd the opponent's Pokemon, here comes Maki with a full restore. It's
geez.
What?
Okay, you know what I'm gonna say, since we're on the subject of Pokemon, Greevil from Gale of Darkness, he is full of it because he technically had 7 Pokemon.
Well, yeah, he had 7 Pokemon of various types and various dualities. You know,
he had 7 Pokemon, including Shadow Lugia, Shadow Moltres, Shadow Zapdos, and Shadow Articuno. Only 3 of his 7 Pokemon were not, were not legendaries. 7.
I debated honestly because obviously some people have said that Ols is very Pokemon-ish, especially how you look at Uva. Uva had electrical attack, and he was more effective towards Mezzle. And then you look at Onk, who was the fire flying type, but Gommel's power was more effective towards the flying, and Mezzle's power was more strong against them via the fire. Kazari, though, kind of fell. I'm like, well, Kazari is more like the dark type, just because of the schemer. And in Japan, I don't know if it's still true or not, but the dark type was what we called it in America. In Japan, it was actually
they called it the evil type.
The evil type. I'm not sure if that's still a thing, though. I have to double check that. But it's like, again, if you were to take every single one of the core medals and obviously compare it, it's like Uva being like, Stag Beetle, Mantis, and Grasshopper. We do have those Pokemon. You look at Mezzle, Orca, Octopus, and Eel. We have those Pokemon. Gommel, Elephant, Gorilla, Rhinoceros. We have those. You could have done. I mean, seriously, you could have had a Pokemon themed Kamen Rider series if both companies were actually chill with using the idea. In fact, there's a dedicated group online that actually did do that. They actually did create Kamen Rider O's in the Pokemon style, and it actually works. It actually could work. Which is a very interesting thing that a lot of people do enjoy this because of that. And it's like, yeah, but do we have Pokemon for Gil for the purple greed? Aerodactyl, a Tyrantrum, and I guess you could say Bastiodon, possibly. Until they actually do come out with an actual Triceratops Pokemon. We could hope.
Yeah.
Those
it's weird that we never got them.
Yeah, those last fossils that we got, we really need to to give respect to the fossils again. We really do.
Yeah, but it's like instead of getting 2 fossil Pokemon where they just evolve, you just get 4 different fossil Pokemon who are single stagers, but you use different combinations of 2 different fossils.
Mm-hmm. No. We need respect for the fossils again. We really do. But yeah, we get a little throwdown between Uva and obviously Gil, but doesn't really go anywhere because it's like, yeah, Uva should have died, but because Gil keeps throwing, full revivals, it's like, yeah. But the thing is that Uva again. Kind of the main order's still there. Maki wants to pump Uva full of cell metals, but Uva doesn't want that. He's like, no, I don't want because I'll lose control and blah, blah, blah. I don't care, Uva. Don't care. You are gonna do what you're gonna do, and that is it. It's like, but again, does Maki care? No, he keeps pumping Uva full of cell metals. I think he actually does dump everything into him. And it's like, yeah, so wait, what happens if indeed a greed does become get all of the cell metals from their brethren into their body? What happens? Well, we don't know because Uva turns tail and run because he doesn't want to deal with it. Okay, then Maki leaves. But it's just but Maki doesn't really seem to care. He's not too concerned that Uva ran away. He's just kind of like, okay. Well, it's just a matter of time. A matter of time until what?
Yeah.
What's gonna happen, Maki? What do you know? What happens when a greed gets all the core metals? Because apparently you dumped them into him and nothing happened yet. Nothing's happened yet. Then what? Then what? What's gonna happen? We have to cue to a scene of AG, Hina, and Ankh before we find
Holding
that out.
hands.
It's
Ore
pretty much-
te utsunago. Ore te utsunago.
It's pretty-
Ore te utsunago. Kono sekai tsuki na tame ni.
It's pretty much again just what they did with Ankh's birthday and whatnot. It's their last night together because tomorrow again we're in the final episode, so there's not much to go on. But it's
Yeah,
Hina
it's
is
yeah. Also, the 3 king medals were destroyed. By the way, they just ejected and cracked into pieces. So moving on to the next day, yeah, Uva turns into a giant truncated octahedron with a transmutation circle along its orbit, and it's causing a bunch of dummy yummies to show up. And yeah, so you got Puto Tira, you got Ankh, you got Birth and Proto Birth, and you got Erica in a red leather outfit working together in order to fight a bunch of these guys. And you got the Kogami trio like basically blasting all the dummies into a stack before they all blow up, while AG and Ankh try to have their final battle against Maki. And like the two of them, they basically have to do that whole Shinji and Araki combo thing.
You mean the whole Shinji Asuka thing?
Asuka, that's who I meant.
Yeah, well, I mean, first off, Erika, did you get this suit off of the set of Akira or Kill Bill?
Yes.
All we were missing was the famous bike scene.
Yeah.
That was
which by the way, the Kaneda slide, not the Akira slide, the Kaneda slide. Akira doesn't ride on a motorcycle. He's a telepathic midget.
I don't know, but people keep saying the Akira slide because that's all. Because again, no one watches Akira; they just know it. It's kind of like, oh my god, I'm a big fan of Berserk. You probably saw the clip of the Gem Awakening, and you're just like, that's so dude. How many volumes are there to Berserk?
Like, I bet they think that the main character's name is Berserk.
It's not. It's not. Yeah, Berserk is so cool. It's not so. Holy shit! It's like, well, you know what? I love Dragon Ball. Dragon Ball's so cool. You mean Goku? His name's not Dragon Ball. Oh
like,
god!
Oh my god! I love it when Zelda uses that ocarina to go into the future. Wait, so you know the general premise of Ocarina of Time, but you don't know that the main character's name isn't Zelda.
I know. It's like, look at that. Like, I love Bleach. I love when Bleach does his sword and he does the wham. You mean Ichigo?
Yeah,
what made you think, like, what? Do you think Luffy's name is One Piece? Well, Naruto's a given, obviously.
Yeah. It's like, oh my god, my favorite Beatles song is Abbey Road.
Well,
Didn't you try to like cop out by saying Abbey Road medley? No, they just said Abbey Road is my favorite song. Yeah. No, it's like I like even that credit card scammer had the decency to say "Yer days."
Mm-hmm. I will say though, Erika does look good in that. I just wish that they had done like the bike, but either or. But yeah, we do get a confrontation between Ankh, AG, and Guild, to the point that AG, using the Putatera combo, decides to put all his eggs in one basket.
He made his axe gulp down all 1 million medals.
He hit the jackpot and put it all on. He I mean, this could have worked. This could have worked, but it didn't. God knows why.
No,
Because
Maki,
again,
being the salty nihilist that he is, like, he's like, you know what? F this. I'm out of here. Wait, hold on, let me punch you. And then, like, basically, AG uses his Tatoba form by having Ankh use his final remaining 3 medals as his form, including his cracked Taka medal, which has consciousness and
again, everyone, please hold on to yourselves right now, because
and Ankh basically becomes a stand.
Ankh throws his medal, and I did not notice this until like I was watching it again and again. I was like, wait a minute. So when he does the scan, obviously Ankh throws his medals, and he goes. Izumi is Izumi again. Ankh had left Izumi. He's left him. Izumi is like left unconscious on the floor. There is no more Ankh there. It's just Izumi. It's just Shingo. When AG transforms, this is obviously like, maybe this is why people say that Tajidor is the final form. I think this is where people get that idea, because we don't hear the announcer of the O's driver saying, Taka Kojaku Condor. It's AG that says it. It's AG who says Taka Kojaku Condor. And as he does that, look at the top medal above AG's head. Take a good look at that scene.
It's the cracked version.
Well, no, it's not just the cracked version. The medal actually goes red, yellow, green. The Taka. That didn't become a thing until the 10-year anniversary movie. Because remember, they did release the Tajidor medals with that red, yellow, green in the medals, which kind of leads into what will happen next week. This is like I guess that's why people like argue the point of that Tajidor is the final form, because it's Tajidor versus Guild versus the Putatera. And I'm like, yes and no, people. But the thing is, we have a JoJo's Bizarre Adventure moment. Because
Ankh becomes stand.
AG and Ankh are now a stance.
Yeah.
And again,
And then,
I understand. I get it. I know. I understand why. People want to say Tajidor, because again, the purple medals go into the scanning charge cannon.
all 7 of his medals, which by the way now makes sense why the Giga Scanner has 7 medal slots, because like at first we thought it's because it's like, oh well, there's 7 metal types. If you include Buro Kawani, so like maybe like you put like all 7 heads or all 7 bodies. No, it's because they planned ahead that like he's gonna finish having 7 dinosaur medals. He's gonna use all of them for his Giga Scan.
It's kind of crazy how the bird is controlling the dinosaur. They're just like, no. It's like, that's why Putatera is not the final combo. It's Tajidor. Shut up. See, this is right now the love between a man and his bird. This is because again, AG is there. It's literally it's I was gonna say Josuke. It's Jotaro and his stance. It's AG and Ankh. That's what it is. I'm surprised no one's drawn a JoJo's Bizarre Adventure style like with AG and Ankh. Maybe I'll do it. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, someone made a Kamen Rider Ghost. No, No, a Kamen Rider Forze based on Josuke Higashikata, but
Man,
anyway, so being salty, Maki turns himself into a black hole, which thankfully doesn't really suck up anything other than just all the core and cell metals in the
why?
proximity, including
Why?
all of the dinosaur metals, and yes, even finally shattering Ank's Taka metal.
That is such a bitch move, but again, it's Maki. It's Maki. I was like, I'm expecting a throwdown that, but again, Maki's not a fighter, though. He sends other people to fight for him.
Yeah.
And that's the whole thing with Maki, is that he's not a fighter. He's got this power, but it's kind of like the great leader. He's not a warrior. He's not a fighter. He just stands there. And he does get hurt. He does get attacked. It's just that instead of fighting, he just becomes a black hole, which kind of kills him in the process because, Maki, you're a scientist. Do you not realize what black holes actually do or what their purpose is?
Yeah.
Either or, yeah. And it is true. The Putaterra combo does get sucked in. So does Maki. They break. They start shattering like cheap glass. And also Ankh. His metals. Everything. His whole everything. We see it literally. And it's like, wait, what? So wait, what happens? What happened? Maki just killed himself. In doing so, he took Ankh with him. And that's it for Guild. For Maki. That's it. No final conclusion battle, no dueling of the swords or scanning charge combos. Maki just, instead of like fighting, he kind of nerfs himself like the great leader, and his entire not the Death Star, but a Rubik's Cube level of destroying the planet.
Yeah.
We also did get a confirmation that both Erika, Goto, and Date did destroy all the garbage Yamis.
Yes.
They did destroy them, so they're fine. But when that happened, that's when the Rubik's Cube of Doom blew up. And wait, is AG dead? AG is falling. AG is falling, only to be woken up by the tender claws of his bird. I'm like, AG, you better do something, man, because it's not the fall that kills you. It's the stop. It's the abrupt stop. But we get one final bromance. One final, you were my everything, AG. You were the wind beneath my wing. You were...
Because don't you know you are my hero?
You were everything for me, AG. Ina, Chayako, Date, Goto, you all were my family. You guys made me have purpose. There is no goodbye. There is no, see you next time. He just says, thank you.
Arigato, arigato.
He just says thank you and disappears. The only thing left as AG reaches out for him is half of a cracked Taka metal. which you could also get with the CSM version of the Kamen Rider belt. That actually does come with the cracked and fully cracked versions of Ank's medals. But yes, Uva's dead. Everyone's dead. The Greed are dead. Ankh is dead.
But thankfully, everyone happens to be in the area. They all reach up to catch AG. But at the end of the day, it's Goto using his cutter wings in order to like catch him.
That would have been one hell of like, can you imagine the impact that AG would have had landing on everybody?
Mm-hmm.
I'm kind of, it's like that thing of like the movie Free Willy. How could a whale do that? It would have I know, but it's a movie though. How did he survive? I don't know. He just did it.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Why did we need Blackfish to prove that they were treating orca whales that way? I don't know. I already knew that because of that damn movie. But we also do get a moment with Hina and Ankh, kind of like the last bit of Star Wars when Luke looks out at the Battle of Endor, seeing Ankh right there, and Hina and Ankh just disappears, leaving the other half of the broken Taka medal.
Mm-hmm.
Hina knows that's it. Ankh's gone. Ankh died right next to a field of dandelions. Our precious bird is dead.
Yeah.
It's so sad.
Yeah, but moving on to the epilogue, Goto decides to become a secret agent. Akira becomes a doctor without borders. Hina goes to fashion school, and it just so happens she crossed paths with two students from Amanagawa High School, who probably have no relevance to the plot whatsoever. And Chiyako opens up her bakery. No, not her bakery. She reopens the Coast Kasur with a Moroccan theme, and everyone's reunited, including Isami. And we got a Zoom call from AG, who's on the beach line.
So this poor kid went through hell and back. He went through what most people would have been corrupted and, had history repeat itself. But he didn't.
Mm-hmm.
Oz is literally a concept of good and evil and the perspectives of what that means. Because AG, in all honesty, should have become Gil. He should have, and he did, but he wasn't. Ankh wasn't a bad guy. The Greed weren't really the bad guys. The only true bad guy here, I guess you could say there's two of them, was Kogami and Maki because of what it was they were trying to do. Where one wanted to see the world burn, the other wanted to see the world be, I guess, recreated or see what happens. You want to see that reaction. That's why I say this show is so damn good.
Absolutely.
If you literally look at it.
As both Kogami and Maki have stated, all good things must come to an end.
And I
have to end it there. I have to say 9, 10, 10 for me.
It's a solid 10. It's a solid 10 for me. It really is. I mean, like I said, Oz was my first Kamen Rider that I saw. And luckily at that time, it was already watching Gokaiger. There was already a stack of episodes that I could have watched. And I did.
Mm-hmm.
And it literally got to me. The characters, Erika, Hina being best girls, you know, Date and Goto being best boys, you know, Onk and Eiji. And then looking into it, like this was back in 2011, it was hard to get any information about behind the scenes. Now we do. But just knowing and especially confirming with it, like years later, going to Japan, going to Ikebukuro, going to the Kamen Rider Diner, going to Toei, and then seeing behind the scenes stuff of how they actually, there is an actual wall in the diner where they have like, you know, photos and autographs and what they had recently the year before had Shu and Ryosuke there at the diner. There was a mural to them and how like they were hugging each other, how buddy they were and still are to this day. It literally was a show that if I were to recommend a Kamen Rider series to anyone, it would be O's. O's is definitely the good starter for it. The opening's good, the story's good, the characters you fall in love with, even like the most random that is Kogami and his random baking of cakes, Chayako with a restaurant. You know, it's a family. It's a family, literally.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And that's the thing that kind of sucks is that, you know, hey, we're all good. And Eiji is now like traveling the world looking for a way to find and get Onk back. Well, you are
So
a
dark
man
side dimensions, basically.
You are a man that became a god. That's impossible. That is impossible. But you're trying to find a way to bring him back. Is there a way to bring him back? Well, if I became a god, then maybe there is a way to bring him back without bringing the rest of them back. I'm like, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Eiji, I love you, man. Onk, if I ever wish to buy a parrot, which I don't, I would name him Onk.
Mm-hmm.
I wish for people in my life like Hina and Goto and Date and all that stuff. We all want that close-knit friend group.
Don't we all?
And it's an overall good show. It is. It really does show years later, you know, when they all came back and they all still look the same. Even still to this day, you look at photos of them now and it's like they all still. That's why I'm like, PMC, Ranger Stop, somebody, Tokoshatsu, Toko Spirit, please bring us the cast of O's.
Mm-hmm.
Bring us Akira Date. Bring us
I
Eddie.
think Akira might be signed in with Toku Spirits because I know that he recently did a thing in some Southeast Asian country.
Yeah.
So
please, this show really was the solidifier for me to watch Kamen Rider because, again, I knew nothing of the Kamen Rider. I only knew Masked Rider, and we all know how that can leave a taste in people's mouth. But regardless, this is what I say to people. It is a damn good show. It is an amazing show. And it's a show with layers. It's not just fighting the bad guys, fighting the monsters. There is layers in this story. And it just goes to show you that just because you might be on opposite sides, it doesn't mean that you're the bad guy. It doesn't mean that you're a horrible person. It just means that our common goals, our
so what you're saying is it's not the circumstances in which we are born in, but rather what we do with the gift we call life.
Pretty much. Mm-hmm. Because, again, the show is about good and evil. It's about life. It's about what we do with it. Because if you look at Date, you look at Eiji, look at Goto. They didn't give up. They didn't stop.
Yeah.
They kept going.
Yeah.
How many times
it's about what we take from the world and what we give back to it.
It's like what like it's a perfect thing to say. It's like, bro, I know times are hard. Then it's gonna be that way. But you get up and you go and look. Think of Eiji. Think of Date. Think of Hina. Think of Erika and all of them. They literally made it work. They made this work. And I love them for that. God, if ever they come out with physical copies of this show in America, I am so buying them.
Oh yeah, no, seriously, Tokusatsu, get on it.
You have money, so go ahead and do it. What the hell are you? I mean, I know legal and all that stuff, but we finally leave off with the transition to the next, which is Forze, and yeah. So you're telling me that episode 1 leads into episode 48 leads into episode 1 because it's literally those two, flicking the. So as they're going to school, we just had the Yami Greed invasion, and you still get
to be fair, it's an epilogue. It didn't happen the same day.
But all right. Forze. See, this is a show that I don't really recommend people to watch. It's crazy how
I think it really depends.
Double and O's. Okay, Forze. Watch a series or two, and then you can go into Forze once you get comfortable. Because if Forze is your first rider. Like we said,
I'll say this: Forze is the kind of season you'd recommend to someone who wants to recapture that whole familiar Mighty Morphin Power Rangers feel.
It's literally Megaforce, but done right.
Yeah.
I said it. Yeah, if you want to watch a good version of Megaforce, go watch Forze. But that has nothing to do with Power Rangers, Steven. Shut up.
Yeah, just trust us on this one. Just trust us on this.
Just accept it. Just accept it. All right?
Do it. Just do it. Don't let your dreams be dreams. All right. So what score would you give the arc from episode 39 through 48?
And it's a solid 10 because, again, I feel as though, like, towards the end with Double and Ols, they had good writers and good storytelling. Like, there wasn't a stone that was not left unturned. We found out about the Greeds. We found out about the King. We found out about what happened in the past and what the Greeds were, why they were there. Eiji's, like, connection to it, not really, but, like, why everyone fit. Like, most times in Kamen Rider in the past, it's like, so wait. It's only the Kamen Rider, so why the heck is everyone else involved? Well, they're just victims of circumstances. Everyone here had a part to play. Everybody. I kind of felt like, Kiva being another series that I love. All right. It's great that Megumi finally became Ixa along with her mom. But we never found out about what happened to her mom, or who her father was. There was none of that. The same thing goes, a build. The problem with build was they did it. They solved the problem, but it's like I felt as though that was kind of a cop out. Like you reset the world. So it never happened. And now what? Technically, evil never existed and all. Okay. It just felt like it wasn't fully established or like really solid towards the end. That's why I kind of gave a low score of the ending. But with Old, everything fit. Double as well. Forze afterward was like, I don't know what happened there. Same thing with Wizard, even with Gaim, Drive, all of them. It's like, I don't know. You guys had solid. But towards the end, it's interesting times, really. All right. That's it. Solid 10 for
All right,
me.
let's
All
go
the
into comments.
yeah.
All right, let's
Oh,
we got it's buggy because of the whole my internet's buggy, so I can't really. Oh, here we go. Oh wow, Tojima's dubbed now. Neat. I hope
yeah.
Johnny Young Bosch plays V3. I mean, it would be perfect casting.
I don't know. I didn't see his name on the credits, but again, a lot of new people for Crunchyroll.
All right. The birthday song in the final episode.
Yeah, the whole
Oh boy.
world hot, and Kogami's just baking a cake. Doesn't care that there's glass shattering, that there are people dying.
There's a black hole outside.
Nope, I gotta
Happy
finish making this cake.
birthday, happy birthday.
I swear to God,
Ku-
our boy Alphonse Pierre would be proud of him.
Yeah, Kuga and Oz basically had the same ending, but Oz did it better, if you ask me. I mean, at least with Oz, you didn't dedicate an entire episode to just the epilogue, where it's like we don't see the main character for most of the episode. It's like, oh yeah, he's on a beach somewhere.
Well, even the same thing goes with Fies. What the hell was that ending about?
Yeah.
It's like, wait, what? See, this is what I said. They had okay writers, but it's around this time, I guess, Decade, Double, and O's that they really tied it all up. Okay, it's done. It's good. And then afterwards, as I said, I don't know.
But at least we had the finale in the final episode.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. But yeah, even Takumi is like, Boku wa aozora ni naru. Okay, that's it for the comments, guys. We hope you guys enjoyed. Please be sure to comment, like, and subscribe to us on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Ding the bell icon to stay notified for our latest videos. We do Ultraman Omega. We got number 1 Sentai Go Juju. Kamen Rider O's, which we are going to finish up this upcoming week with the 10th anniversary film. And, of course, the new series Kamen Rider Zets, which is available to watch on Tokusatsu. Additionally, we are discussing Tojima Tanzaburo Wants to Be a Kamen Rider, which is currently airing on Crunchyroll. And apparently, it's got an English dub now. So watch it in Japanese. Watch it in English, do whatever you want. Come see us on Tuesdays. We discuss that series. We love you guys. We want to produce as much content for you as possible. Check out all of our Power Morphicon interviews, which are available on our YouTube channel, all 55 of them. Check out our sister channel, The Buttery Show, where we discuss various movies and TV shows. And most recently, we uploaded our interview with Rino Romano, who played both Spider-Man and Green Goblin in Spider-Man Unlimited, as well as Bruce Wayne in The Batman. And yeah, we're going to have more interviews uploaded over the course of this year. We only got like a little over a dozen left, and we have like, I don't know, maybe a dozen weeks left in the year. So most of them will be up by the end of the year. Don't worry, guys. We love you.
Oh, yeah.
And if you want to check out our personal content, you could find us both on Instagram at the Sin Prince and Boken_Kabuto. And if you want to say hi to us in person, we will be at the Pasadena Convention Center on January 25th for Pasadena Comic-Con, and on August 28th through the 30th for Power Morphicon. We can't wait to see you guys there. We love y'all, and have a happy Sunday. Until next time, count the medals 1, 2, and 3. Can't wait for you to spend time with me. Goodbye.
Good night.